All right. Shalom, shalom. I like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who grew well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab One back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is Pestilence is Increasing. All right. And as always, we come week in and week out, day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, also known as Esau Edom, to prophesy the downfall of his kingdom, which is Babylon the Great, also known as America. All right. And again, I'm on this tight schedule. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabbarak, sister, the water. Yeah, so gonna be a quick little one again. I'm on a tight schedule and all that. All right, so I got about an hour, a little bit less than that, but I don't really need much to bring out what I want to bring out. So let's go into this pestilence, right? This word pestilence. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me grab this is Second Ezra's 16. Second Ezra 16 and 15. And let's grab it from let's grab it from 10. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. All right. In this place right here, all right, America is considered as Egypt. When you go into Revelations 11th chapter to the 8th verse, it tells you how spiritually we are considered as Sodom and Egypt. All right. Why is this place considered Sodom? Because of the Sodomites. All right. You see all this pedophilia, bestiality, all types of crazy ass, traits being pushed for wicked vibration upon the earth. Okay. And just in the days of Lot, that's how it was. It was a whole lot of nasty, filthy ass, polluted, things that these people were doing. And that's why Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed. All right. And then Egypt, because they following after the ways of back in those times. You see, if you look on the back of the dollar, you got, the things like the pyramid, all right, which that goes all back to Egypt. You go to where the Washington Monument is, which it goes into the obelisk, all right, which that's into paganism, representing a actual male organ, all right, the penis and all that. All that goes back to Egyptian customs, man. All right. Not only that, we are in bondage today, like it tells you in Baruch 3 and 8, that we are still yet in captivity to this day, which we were scattered for a reproach. All right. Just like it told you in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the 68th verse. All right. That we will be, let me just grab that real quick because I'm going to go into Deuteronomy so I can hold it. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah shall bring thee into Egypt again. You see, so that means that we're being brought into Egypt the second time. All right. The only time that we knew that we was in Egypt was in the time of Pharaoh and all that, when, the Lord destroyed the Red Sea and all that. But what's this second Egypt that he's speaking about? That second Egypt is considered as America. All right. And it says, I will bring thee into Egypt again. And Egypt goes into Egyptos, which means goes, not Egyptos, what is it called? Let me grab it from the blue letter, which means bondage. All right. Let me grab it from the blue letter. Deuteronomy the 28. You go into that word, Egypt. It goes into Mizraim. That's what it was. All right, which means bondage. Okay. Eventually, he's going into, the house of bondage. All right. But I believe it also goes into Egypt, those too. I could be wrong on that, but Salaki if I am. All right. But it says, I will bring thee into bondage into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Yeah, we were not going to see our homeland anymore. Israel, you see? All right. And it says, if we will be brought into Egypt again by the way of ships. All right, how did our people come out here, man? Through the transatlantic slave trade, which was through ships. All right, you had the Syrian Empire. Okay. So then it says, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Meaning what? All right, no man shall buy you back, redeem you back. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and his mercy, all right, we were bought back in blood by Yahushai, man. Okay. So going back to 2nd Ezra 15 and 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. All right. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. So just like in the times of Egypt, when the Lord brought the 10 plagues upon them, upon the Egyptians, it's the same thing that the Lord is going to bring back in these days. All right. The Lord's going to be bringing back the same plagues, even worse. Okay. And newly created ones back into this place, which is America, known as Egypt, Babylon the Great. All right. So then it says, going into, let me go into that word that I wanted to go. Now this is, which I have looked them up before. Okay. Let's go into word etymology online. Let's bring up pestilence. All right. I'm going to bring up a couple of different words. It says pestilence, word etymology online. It says any infectious or contagious disease, fatal epidemic, plague, epidemic. Okay. It says infected, unwholesome, noxious, deadly disease, plague. All right. Now let's grab this other word. I want word etymology online, disease. Disease, discomfort, inconvenience, distress, trouble. So this is how you know that you are literally in the start already of Jacob's trouble. All right. We've been in the start of Jacob's trouble basically since 2020, because what did the Lord bring upon the earth? He started bringing them plagues of pestilence. You see, he started bringing sickness upon the earth. Now you got all these new different types of diseases that are being pushed out right now. All right, new variants and all that extra shit. Right. One of the newest ones is this monkey plague right now. All right, that's a newly disease, a newly pestilence that the Lord just set upon the earth. And some of these things are actually man-made also, but if they're man-made, it's still coming from the Lord. You see, it's coming from the Lord because he controls good and evil. Matter of fact, let me grab, this is 45, Isaiah. This is Isaiah 45 and 7. And it says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. You see? So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the one that creates good and evil, man. All right. So when he wants to send them plagues, he's going to send them upon you. Okay. Now, the funny thing is that, see, these people trust in oppression. So by them trusting in oppression, they don't actually trust in the Lord. All right. They're quick to use, let's say, if they get a sickness, right? These people will go quick to the pharmacy. They'll quickly go to the doctor, you know, which, matter of fact, it tells you that. Let's grab that real quick. Not Deuteronomy, Ecclesiasticus 38, which I'm actually start from the top because that's pretty juicy right there. Oh shit. This is Ecclesiasticus 38 and 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord has created him. Yeah. See, we're supposed to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but the Lord did send physicians out here to heal you, man. All right. But in a natural way, he came to the true physicians heal you in the way of herbs, okay? Things that were given to us on this earth to heal us, not with, you know, pharmaceuticals, which when you go into that word pharmaceutical, it goes into what? It goes into pharmakia, and pharmakia goes back into witchcraft, you see? So all these different type of medicines that these people go out and get, they're actually going to get some type of witchcraft that's delivered onto them, which witchcraft brings what? Demons, spirits on you. You taking these drugs, all right? All that shit is doing is actually putting spirits into your brain. You know, those spirits will come into your mind and plague you. That's why you see crackheads bugged out here, you know, talking to themselves. People that are drugged up, they're constantly talking to themselves because that's getting smite with blindness, madness, astonishment of the heart, all right? Like it tells you in Deuteronomy 28 chapter also. But then it says, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. This and the true physician is Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. All right. That's where you get the true healing. So whenever there's a disease or you know, sickness or anything like that, you're supposed to actually depend on the Lord to take that away from you. Matter of fact, let me grab that. That's in Psalms 103. This is Psalms 103 and 3. 2. It says, my soul praise thou the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, I'll start from 1. It says, my soul praise thou the Lord, and all that is within me. Praise his holy name, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. My soul praise thou the Lord, and forget not all his benefits, which forgiveth in all iniquity, all right, and healeth all thine infirmities. You see? Matter of fact, because I was reading out of a different Bible real quick. Let me grab it from the one I usually use. It'll literally tell you diseases. All right. It says, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases. You see, so when people going through sickness, all right, diseases and things like that, you're actually supposed to what? All right. You're supposed to call upon the name of the Lord and he'll heal you. And me, myself, all right, have been, you know, I've had testimonies from that, man. You know, sick as hell and gone through certain things. And as soon as I call upon that name, man, it was like I never had it. Call Elohim La Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Where, you know, in the past, I've called on these bugged out different names and none of them, not one of them that healed me. You see? But again, the true physician is Yahweh Shai, and the true healing comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But he did set up physicians out here, all right, that heal naturally to use herbs and teach you how to heal yourself. Your body itself heals itself, as a matter of fact. All right. Your body has, you know, what are they? You got the white blood cells and the that come and fight bacteria and all that stuff. All right. That's how the Lord created our bodies to be, not to be using pharmaceuticals and a whole bunch of witchcraft. All right. So going back to Ecclesiasticus 38, all right, it says, for the Most High, Yahweh, come from the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. And the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration. The Lord has created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. All right. See, the Lord has created medicines out of the earth. Okay. You got what? You have herbs. Okay. different types of little tricks to, you know, heal yourself, teas and things like that. All right, grabbing actual herbs from the root. All right. Then it says, and he that is wise will not abhor him. Okay. But you got these damn devils that go out there and abuse these things. They'll give you a medicine and put 1% of the actual root or herb into something. And then the rest of the percentage, 99% of it is all straight chemicals. Going back into witchcraft. Witchcraft is when you put the mixture of different chemicals together. All right. Just like the witches did back in the day, they would take, you know, different types of ingredients and mix them together in their cauldron. All right. And mix up what? A potion. Okay. So then it says, was not the water made sweet with wood, had the virtue therefore might be known, and he that giveth men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. It says, which such does he heal men and taketh away their pains. It says, of such does the apothecary make a confection, and of his works there is no end, and from him is peace over all the earth. Right? It says, my son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and he will make thee whole. Ooh. Which at the end of the day comes down to what? Israel was always sick in the head. All right. So Israel always being sick in the head. Matter of fact, let's grab that. This is Isaiah 3 and Salakia 1. Isaiah 1 and let's grab it from, damn, why'd it go to Ezekiel? Isaiah 1 and I'll start from 3. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they that have forsaken the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Yeah, because our people now are more wicked than the actual wicked themselves. They have overpassed the deeds of the wicked. Okay. So we are considered as that sinful nation now. And then it says, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint, meaning they lack true faithfulness. Okay. And us being sick in the mind, all right, not knowing who we are, all right, worshiping on these other gods, all right, that makes us sick in the head. All right. But now if you go into the story of, it's in Matthew, all right, when you had the woman that had you had the woman that had the disease for 12 years of blood, right? That she went and touched the hem of the garment of Yahushua. And what happened? Because she had faith, she was healed. You see, she was actually healed. So she was a disease. Matter of fact, let me just grab it real quick. Woman disease 12 years, KJV. The woman disease 12 years, KJV. Yeah. This is Matthew 9 and 20, and it says, and behold, a woman which was diseased with the issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. Right? And then it says, for she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be made whole. But Yahushua turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith has made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. All right. And that's actually talking about an actual woman. But see, on a spiritual sense, you got to look at it this way. All right. It's not Israel considered as that comely and delicate woman. All right. Which I believe is Jeremiah, the 6th chapter. Let me grab it real quick. Jeremiah 6 and 2. Yep. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. And that's why the Lord looks at us as his woman. You see, that's why he's bidding us to the marriage. You see, and he's the what? The bridegroom. So you got to look at that in a spiritual sense. That's also a twofold, representing what? Representing the house of Israel being onto that woman that they are, that they were diseased at one point, all right? But they were made whole by touching the hem of the garment, the fringe of the garment of Yahushua. That's why when you have these fringes on, man, it actually represents this truth, and it reminds you of keeping your law, statutes, and commandments, all right, that you have been made whole now. You're no longer walking around wickedly. You're walking around in righteousness, and it always reminds you of it, all right? So going back to Ecclesiastes 38, all right, after we just read Isaiah, the first chapter, it was telling us that our people, the whole head is sick, all right? So going back to Ecclesiastes 38, it says, my son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. Yeah, he will make thee whole, just like he made that woman that had the issue of blood for 12 years. He made her whole, you see? So us also. So when the point of this whole thing that I was just saying was, when we go through sicknesses, all right, the true healing is of Yahushua, man. You got to call upon the Lord, and he going to heal you, all right? Now, it says, my son, back to Ecclesiastes 38:9, my son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. Leave off from thy sin, and order thy hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. You see, the true cleaning comes from this word, all right? That's why it says, how withal shall a young man cleanse his way? Psalms 119:9, all right? By taking heed to the word, by the washing of the word, like it tells you in, what is that? John 15:3. Now you are clean by the washing of the word. Okay, this truth is what cleanses you. Then it says, then give place to the physician. Salaki, I skipped one. 11, give a sweet savior and a memorial of fine flour, and make a fat offering as not being. Then give place to the physician, for the Lord has created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him. Speaking of Yahushua, man. Then it says, there is a time when in their hands there is a good success. It says, for they shall also pray unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that he would prosper that which they give for ease and remedy to prolong life. Now, this is the point I really wanted it, all right? But that whole chapter was juicy, all right? It says 15, he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of a physician, all right? And all these people out here are straight sinners, man. This is why they're catching straight hell on a pestilence level, okay? That's why these people are dying of all types of diseases out here. And who do they fall into the hands of? A physician, somebody in the hospital, a doctor, all right? And these doctors are not true healers, man. Matter of fact, let's grab that. This is Job. I think it's Job 15. Job 14, I believe it is. Job 14 and instead of not looking, I don't want to spend time looking for it. Positions of no value, KJV. Job 13. All right, 13 and 4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are physicians of no value. You see? So when you fall into the hands of these damn physicians, man, these doctors, all right, all they're going to do is pretty much poison you, man. Every person, if you look at our people, why is it that every time we end up in the hospital, we get worse? You see? And eventually you'll end up dying, man. Eventually the hospital will end up putting you to death. Why? Because they start telling you right off the rip, you need this medication, you need that medication. You don't even be having a certain thing, and they'll be like, well, because you have this and we're going to give you this medication, you got to take this one so you don't catch this and you don't catch that. You see, it's all witchcraft, man. And all they're doing is destroying your body, man, when your body itself can actually heal. Okay. So those that sin before the maker shall fall into the hands of a physician. All right. But going back into the plagues and pestilence. All right. That's why our people is going through all types of different pestilence right now, man. All different types of plagues, sicknesses that they can't understand. All right. Newly created sicknesses, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Let me grab Deuteronomy 28 chapters, as I already got it. This is I gotta look for it real quick. Woo! Right here. This is 28 and 59. It says, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed even great plagues, and of long continuance and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Woo! You see? So that's why these people are going through all types of pestilences right now, man. And all these different types of diseases are coming up because the Lord is smiting Egypt, also known as America, okay, with the plagues as he did before. You see? But the thing is that he's doing it upon our people also. All right? So it says, moreover, he will bring upon thee all these diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and he shall cleave unto thee. Okay? It says, also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Woo, you see? So now that's going into what? Them plagues and sicknesses that nobody has a clue what the hell is going on. Just like you just heard, what is it? Monkeypox, man. Monkeypox all of a sudden, all right? Our people running around with monkeypox. Like, what is monkeypox? You mean to tell me you got people out there pretty much having intercourse with monkeys or something? You see? And that's some shit that Esau will come out and say. He'll come out and say some stupid shit like, yeah, we found out an Israelite was having because he don't mention an Israelite. He gonna blame an Israelite at the end of the day. Yeah, we found out an Israelite was having, intercourse with an actual monkey. Now we got monkeypox to worry about. And it's being spread rapidly around the earth. You see? Which at the end of the day, these are just, they do exaggerate things because pestilence is out there, man. But they exaggerate things to put that fear in your heart. Because right now they're about to make that move of locking this shit down again. And you see it being locked down again, little by little. All right? You got Biden that's about to come, like I just said in the last video. You got Biden about to come out on national TV and tell you the same shit that everything is rising and increasing again with these sicknesses. Okay? You gotta wear now, instead of wearing 2 masks, you gotta wear, 3 masks and a t-shirt. All right, you gotta wear an umbrella on your face. Okay, they're gonna come and tell you all types of crazy shit. And these people gonna fall for it with no problem. They fell for it in 2020. What makes you think now they ain't gonna fall for it? Okay. So let me grab also. I know it's in the same spot. Give me 1 second. Where's it at? Where's that? It says the botch of Egypt. Oh, here we go. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 21. It says, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever and with an inflammation and with an extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under it shall be iron. Okay. Then you jump down a little bit to 27. Says, the Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt and with the emerods and with the scab and with the itch whereof thou canst now not be healed. And as a matter of fact, let me go into that. Let me see what that word botch is. All right. That word botch, Deuteronomy 28 and 27. The NLT hitting again. This is, let me get into NLT first. Deuteronomy 28 and 27. The Lord will afflict you with boils of Egypt. That monkeypox that you see right now is pretty much, it looked like straight boils. Okay? It says, and with tumors, scurvy, and the itch from which you cannot be cured. All right? Now let me go into that word botch. That word botch goes into, it says boil, inflamed spot, inflammation, eruption of man, leprosy of man and beast. Of man and beast. Beast going into what? Animals. All right. See, look, you're getting smacked with a boil, basically, that's in man, but that is supposed to be coming from a monkey. All right. You see? It says eruption. All right. Yeah, an eruption, a wide, a straight spread is erupting all over the place now. Everyone is spreading to everybody. This is what they're telling you. Okay. But the point is, boil, man. It says an ulcer. Okay. Burn, boil, botch. Trying to see what it says in the Gesenius Hebrew lexicon. It's pretty much the same thing. All right. But the point has been made, man, that it's an actual what? A pestilence. All right. But let's go back to, and this is why you got to eat healthy. All right. Daniel, the first chapter. Let me grab that real quick. Man, this book is falling apart. It's going to be time for me to start bringing out the beautiful sword. I just don't like to bring it out because I'm trying to keep it nice and healthy. Trying to keep it nice and healthy, like we trying to keep ourselves healthy. This is Daniel 1. Daniel 1 and 1. And it says, I'm going to take it from 8. It says, but Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore, he requested that the prince of the that word is the eunuchs. There you go. I always forget that word. The prince of the eunuchs, that he might not defile himself. Now Yahweh has brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who has appointed your meat and your drink, for why should he see your faces, worse likening than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Yeah, because Daniel was not going to eat the portion of the king's meat nor drink his wine, meaning the things that we, today we're eating the portion of the king's meat. We're eating all this trash, this processed food. You see, all this food, this pork, okay, shrimps, lobsters, crabs, all that shit is the portion of the king's meat, which is bad as hell for your health. It's bad as hell for you. You see? So then it says, and the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord, the king, who has appointed your meat and your drink, for why should he see your faces and worsen liken to the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, who the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. It says, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give posts to eat, water, and drink. All right. So when you go into that word post, that word post in the interlinear goes into vegetables. All right. So he was telling them to stop eating the portion of the king's meat and start eating vegetables and drinking water. Okay. Just like we supposed to be doing, man. See, it's okay to eat meat, but when you eat it too much and certain types of meat, it's harmful for the body, man. When you want to lose weight, or you want to get in a healthy you want to make your body healthy, you got to drink lots of water. You got to eat, fruits and vegetables, because that's the main thing that we were given in the beginning, man. Those are things that grow naturally from the earth. All right. Especially water is the main thing, man. Our body's 80% water. So it says, then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat the portion of the king's meat. And as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in the matter and proved them 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. So after the 10 days, all right, those that were drinking the water and eating the straight vegetables, they looked fairer and more healthier than the ones that were eating the king's meat, you see? And then after that, I ain't going to read into it, but after that, then the king said, from now on, we're going to eat healthy. We're going to eat properly, you see? So my point was of that, this is why a lot of our people also have sicknesses, man, because of the trash they're eating. You sit down and fucking eat McDonald's like it's nothing, when you're really just eating a whole bunch of people that's chopped up and thrown in damn damn grinders, man. And they grind their meat together with human meat, man. All right. A lot of people laugh when we say that, but it's the truth. Okay. You got that mysterious pink meat. That's all straight people, man. Those kids that go missing. All right. Those kids you see on the back of milk cartons and shit like that, or you see them on the back of the magazine. Have you seen us cards? Have you seen us postcards and things like that? Yeah, I've seen you. I seen you right on the McDonald's commercial. You see? That shit is nasty as hell, man. You ever seen those little scientific studies they do where they just put a piece of McDonald's away for a couple years and then they come back to it in a couple years and that shit is like it just came off the grill. You see? That shit is nasty as hell, man. And all these other processed foods are no better. And this is why we got to get up out of here, man. Because this is the only type of food that's pretty much surrounding us. Because when the time comes of the famine where there's going to be no food, all right, we know there's going to be no food. But the little bit of food that's going to be left, oh, best believe it's going to be the most trashiest food you can ever get. It's going to be pork. It's going to be stupidity like McDonald's and shit like that. And they're going to force you to eat that shit. And you know, every day they're doing something worse to that type of food. Okay? So that king listened to Daniel and then he changed up his ways of eating, man. And we got to do the same if we don't want to continue to be in hospitals and things like that. All right? But the main reason you ended up in the hospitals with diseases is because he that departed from his maker, all right, that sinneth against his maker shall land into the hands of a physician. And all these wicked ass people right now, that's one of the top things that's being done, man. It's pestilence, different types of diseases, man. Because we at the end of this thing, man. And the Lord is smiting Egypt again with the same plagues that he did as before. Okay. So let me go back to 2nd Ezra's. Block here. 2nd Ezra 15 and actually let me jump down, go back up. This is 15:1. Behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Matter of fact, now I remember what I wanted to do too. Let me get the rest of those words. All right. So we brought out disease and we brought out pestilence through the word etymology online. All right. And the last one I had brought out was what? I'll redo that one real quick. The last one I had brought out was disease. All right. Word etymology online, disease. And it said a discomfort, okay, which the Lord is making us very uncomfortable right now, man. Inconveniences, yeah, these diseases that are coming upon us are inconvenience. Why? Because you don't want it. It's not convenient to your life. It's not going to save you. It's not going to help you. It's going to destroy you. It says a distress, trouble. That's how you know we in the beginning, way past the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. That's part of Jacob's trouble, these pestilences and illnesses that we're getting. Because it tells you right here that disease means a trouble, a distress. Okay? Then it says lack, want, discomfort, distress, trouble, misfortune. Okay. And at the end of the day, I always say every every unfortunate situation that you're put into is what? A test of your faith. Okay. It says misfortune, disease, sickness. Okay. Illness. Um, to infect with the disease, make ill. All right. That's the point on that. Let me grab this other word. Let's grab word etymology online, plague. It says stroke, which comes from Latin plaga. It says stroke, wound, probably from Greek, from base meaning strike. Let me grab it more. Affliction. Woo! Plague means affliction. You know, did the Lord not say that he was gonna he was gonna afflict you, all right, for all the sins and the wrongdoings you were doing? He's gonna judge you according to your afflictions, according to your sins. It says affliction, calamity. Woo! Let me grab that real quick. This is Proverbs 1 and Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. You see, the Lord gonna laugh when your ass got these diseases. When you running around scratching the shit out your ass, you can't stop the itch. You're over there hopping like a Mexican jumping bean, okay? And you can't control it. The Lord laughing at you, man. It says evil. It says calamity, evil. Yeah, there's a whole lot of evil being brought upon this place because of the wickedness of people. See, the Lord is backfiring you with the same evil things that you've done. He's shooting that evil right back in your face, but even worse. Remember, the Lord was known also as Alessandra, man. Terrible demon-like power. All right? So if he wants to bring evilness upon you, man, he's going to bring even worse evilness upon you. Just like it, what is that? Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, I believe it is. All right? When he brought the terrors upon the Egyptians, you know, they were all into their witchcrafts and their sorceries, but the Lord brought back even worse witchcrafts and sorceries upon them. Vivid apparitions, okay, monstrous apparitions that was vexation to their spirit. Men's hearts was failing them from fear when he saw these things. It's gonna be the same thing out here, man. When these people start seeing vivid apparitions and start seeing actual ghosts popping off out here, and they just thought that they can only see that shit in the movie Goosebumps or read it in the book Goosebumps, but you actually seeing it happen out here today, yeah, these people gonna drop right where they stand, man. They're gonna straight have heart attacks. Again, men's hearts failing them from fear. All right. So it says evil is scourge. Okay. We already know scourge is bringing in the scourge of the martial law troops, all that, man. Then it says severe trouble or vexation. Yeah, vexation of the spirit, severe trouble, going into that Jacob's trouble. Then it says malignant, disease. All right. It says slaughter, destruction, stroke, wound, probably from root word of plagnera, to strike, lament. Yeah, they're gonna have you lamenting, tears in people's eyes, man. Matter of fact, the Lord said there was written therein, all right, lamentations, mournings, and woes in the scriptures. Then it says, that's pretty much the point on that. Plague, pestilence, meaning epidemic that causes many deaths. Woo! Just like you had this pandemic that popped off, all right? It brought forth many deaths, all right? A lot of people started believing in the government, and by you falling into the hands of the physicians and you falling into the hands of the government, all right? As a matter of fact, let's grab that. there was a lot of death brought. This is Isaiah. Give me 1 second. What am I thinking? 31. I mean 30. Salakia. 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down to Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in your shadow of Egypt your confusion." All right. Jumping down to 12, it says, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant." And that's why instantly they'll end up being put to death. All right. They boasted themselves of a false gift. And what did it say in Proverbs? Whosoever boasted themselves of a false gift is like rain without clouds. I mean, clouds without rain. You know, you're out there. Oh, hey, I took 7 of those things and I got a card for it and I could go to the store and you can't, blah, blah, blah. But here you are, you're about to die in your fucking deathbed, man. So you boasted yourself of a false gift. You see, you expected a certain income out of that false gift. You expected to be saved. All right. But the reality of it was that you were actually being put to death. It's going to be the same thing with these people when they go get lined up for that MOTP. All right. When they go to get that Rice Krispie treat, it's going to be like, well, you ain't got one. And I could go to the stores and eat and buy and sell and you can't. You know what I mean? I could go to the club. I could go to the gym. But meanwhile, your ass is just setting yourself up for destruction. And like the Lord said in what? Revelations 14:9. All right. Whosoever shall take the beast, the image of the beast. All right. You will what? You will end up being destroyed. You were going to feel the wrath and the indignation of the Lord. He was going to put them coals upon your head, man. All right. Them laser beams, them missiles. You're going to burn in the lake of fire, man. All right. So let me jump to Isaiah 31, 1 over and 1. And it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong." Yeah, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and because they put so much fear in you, you believe that they are the true power that's in control. You see? And horses mean power in the scriptures, man. There's at times where it's just talking about straight horses, but for the most part, it's always talking about power. Okay, having that rulership. So because they have the rulership of this earth, you believe in them, man. It says, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. You see? It says, "Yet he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity." All right. And these devils, that's all they do is work iniquity, man. All right. As a matter of fact, let's grab Micah 2:1. "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." You see? So woe unto them that work iniquity, man. They'll literally lay in their bed all day and figure out how to poison your ass, how to do you dirty. Okay? So going back, I'm about to be wrapping it up in a couple, about 10 minutes. All right, this is 2nd Ezra's 15:1. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Now we just went into what plagues, sickness, pestilence, all these different words were, and this is all that's happening right now. All right. For I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's what we're constantly doing, man, crying out unto the Lord, man. Every time we're on these highways and hedges, every time we're doing sit downs at home, all right, every time a brother's pretty much trying to open another brother's eyes, that's us crying out to the Lord, and the Lord sees that, man. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is pleased with us crying. Did he not tell us to go weep and lament? I forgot what that said. Therefore, weep and lament, KJV. Man, where's that at? Turn to the Lord with all your heart and prayer and weep and lament, KJV. Give me 1 second. Therefore, turn to the Lord with all your soul and weep and lament, KJV. Come on, man. Of course, that's Satan right there, man. There you go. Salak is lagging right now. It's buffering. Damn, I forgot where that's at. Lord. Come on, man, for real. Salaki, give me 1 second. Because I'm about to end it off with that. If I can get to it. Yeah, that shit is playing around. That shit's just stuck right at that last piece right there. They don't want to move. It's like about to load. And then it. Beautiful. That's a good scripture too. I'll bring that out while I wait. This is Ezekiel 9:4, and it says, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon their foreheads of the men that sigh and get cry for all the abominations done in the midst thereof. You see? And that's being marked with that tawah. That word tawah goes into the mark of exemption of judgment. You see? But everybody else, what did it say after that? Slay utterly old, young, man, woman, child, don't matter. All right? That didn't believe, they're gonna have to be smacked with death and destruction, man. Okay. Yeah, this is I'll take that one. This is Joel 2, and let me grab it from here. Joel 1 second. Come on. Stop. It's like you don't want to let go. It's like they stuck together. Joel 2. Come on. Oh, wow. I never realized that. In the book of Micah, they messed up and they put Joel in the book of Micah in the middle of it. Just one page, because I thought I was Joel now. Bro. 1 second. I'm getting it. There you go. These pages is crazy. This is Joel 2 and 12. It says, therefore also now, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning, and rent your heart and not your garments, and turn unto the Lord your power, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and great and of great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. Who knoweth if he will return and repent, and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, so that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. All right, we're supposed to weep, lament. All right, turn back to the Lord with fasting. All right, constant supplication, begging all the time. All right, the Lord loves when you beg, man, in his name, not when you begging in these other damn names, in these false gods and deities, man. Every time you beg under these other names, that's when his ass turns it up on your ass, man, and puts you closer and closer to death. But when you turn to him and you weep and you beg onto him, hey, he's gonna bless you, man, because you calling upon his name, because you believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You see? But hey, that's pretty much the point. You know, through the spirit, I'm gonna end it off on that, which actually I pretty much covered everything I needed to cover right in 56 minutes, you know. But that's how beautiful the gospel is, man. I ain't even think I was gonna be able to cover it because time be flying. But when the word is being preached, the Lord gonna slow down that time for you to get it, you know. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aquat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying in the short time that I did it. All right. So with that being said, Shalom, keep fighting the good fight of faith, stay fervent in the spirit, praying all day and night. All right. And constantly calling on them names, man. All right. So with that being said, Shalom, Shalom on the next one.